At the Relatives, we're here really just to figure out how we can make things happen for these kids. We all believe that every child deserves a safe place to sleep and a fighting chance to make it. There's some magnets around, and that is on the magnet, and that's what our staff talk about, that's what I say all the time, and that's just what we do, and that's why we do it. Because our kids deserve a safe place to sleep and a fighting chance to make it. I do this work for a really special reason, and I didn't realize it until a few months ago. I was trying to think about some things, why I'm in this field, why I continue to do this work. I went to a training just a few weeks ago, and they made me really think about it and write it all down instead of just put it out there in the air, but write the stories down. And every time I think about why I do this work, I think about this young lady, and I've said this before, but now I really understand why it touched my heart. This young lady named Melanie who started coming to our honorament program a few years ago. This story was just so amazing to me, and it wasn't amazing because it was just wonderful. Melanie had aged out of foster care, and less than a year later she was living on the street. She had nowhere to go, she had no friends who would give her a place to live or a place to sleep. She had no consistent bed to sleep in. And one day she came into our office, it was actually in our old facility, and I watched her, I and all of our staff watched her call as many friends or as many people as she could to get a place to sleep that night. And I'll never forget, it was 26 degrees outside that night. And she called and got a no. She called someone else and got a no. And kept calling and kept getting no's. And we had to watch her walk out of the office, because at the time we didn't have the supports and the resources. We couldn't just give her a place to sleep. We still can't just give her a place to sleep. We can help them develop paths to get to housing and safety. So we had to watch her walk out knowing that she was going to be on the street in the cold with nowhere to go. The next day she came back to the office, and I talked to her and asked, so how did it go last night? And she explained that she had to, she met a guy right downtown and explained that she had to do unimaginable things the night before just to have a place to sleep. Just so she would have a place to sleep out of the cold. And for me, that it touched me. None of our kids in our community, or anywhere for that matter, should have to sell themselves for a bed. And so it was so amazing for me that that's happening right here in Charlotte. It's happening, it's been happening for years, and I feel so proud that we as an organization now are in an opportunity, or have an opportunity, to do something about it.